What's up, boys and girls? This is your boy Curtis Miso coming in hot with another video, and today we are doing a financial recap for Contenders. I know you guys love these financial recaps. We've grown the channel over 3x over the past week or two, following my Hoops financial recap that has garnered over 2,500 views at this point. So we know you like the recaps. I do a lot of, we collectively do a lot of research on eBay, do a lot of selling on eBay, and we try to minimize our losses by flipping as much as we can on eBay and keeping some of the bigger cards. And so I've already got all this information in a spreadsheet, so I might as well share it with you guys. And if you want to see a dead body, check out Curtis Miso and Gibby coming out on the back end of Contenders, because this was a roundhouse to the nuts, folks. And I mean, if you saw my first video, before I opened the first box on release day, I told you, we knew it was a high risk, high reward rip, and we happened to get the short end of the stick, which I think a lot of people will, given the structure of these boxes where you are looking for one on-card auto per box, and that is the hit. That is the big card where you have a shot at hitting the Herberts, the Burrows, the Jordan Loves, the Tuas, and whereas their autos are not on the checklist for the other 4 sticker autos that you're getting per box. The sticker autos have a much longer checklist of over 100 players, most of which you haven't heard of, and most of which their autos will be worth $20 or less. And so the issue with these boxes is if you don't hit a QB, which the odds of hitting a QB on that on-card auto are somewhat low, although the checklist is generally pretty nice for the on-card autos. If you don't hit on that, you are you're gonna be hard pressed to hit singles and doubles to get yourself back to even 50% of the value that you paid for the box when these things are going for 700 or more at this point. And you're not getting any base rookies, you're only getting inserts. So if you compare that, and I did this in my first video, but if you compare that to a Prism where you're getting 2 autos per box, and if you don't hit on those big ones, what else do you have? You got 24 base rookies and 9 numbered cards. If you hit a big player on one of those, so basically that gives you 11 chances at big hits, in addition to 24 chances at getting a base Burrow or a base Herbert. And so I might do a financial recap on Prism, but our ROI was much better on Prism, and we ripped a lot of that, even at $1,000 a box, than it was for Contenders. Obviously, Contenders, if you do hit a Herbert, you make all your money back. Those are going for 3.5K raw and a lot more graded if you can find one that's a 10. Burrows are going for 2K. But there's just not a lot of chances for you want more shots on goal. And with Contenders, you're really only getting 1 shot. So that makes it real tough. But just to give you a recap of what we got, I opened 3 boxes. I paid 2.15K for those boxes, including tax. I got a pretty good deal. I got them at $650, and that's kind of what tempted me to buy them in the first place. If they're going for 7 or more, I probably would only bought 2 or maybe even 0, which was my original plan, was to buy 0, just skip it, and I wish I had, but I wanted to take the shot. No risk it, no biscuit, and I didn't get the biscuit, even though I risked it, so whatever. But here you have a fat stack of base cards that will be, for collectors, they're nice, but for value-wise, this is 0. I donate those to our local card shop in exchange for supplies. This is a stack of base QBs that I pulled out. Mahomes, Brady, I might PC some of these, Metcalf for the PC. But again, I'm not going to assign any value to this stuff. You just can't move it for cards that are selling for under $1. And then show you the different inserts in the set. You've got, going from, in my opinion, worst to best, you got these legendary cards. these are okay. Some people really like legendary players. I don't. I'm not particularly fond of seeing old guys on cards that aren't active in the NFL anymore, unless there's maybe an auto on them. Even then, it's not really my thing. But some people might like those. Then you've got these round numbers cards. I think these were just. I mean, they do have these with autos. I think they're just kind of built to have an auto on them. They look naked without an auto. It kind of looks silly, honestly, for me. And also, a lot of people aren't. It's tough when you have cards with 2 players. There's generally less demand for it. Like you have ones where it's, I don't have them in here, but you have like a Burrow and some other random player. And if the other like here, you got Justin Jefferson and Jeff Gladney. If this was just Justin Jefferson, it'd probably be more appealing because not a lot of people would be necessarily interested in a Jeff Gladney card. So it kind of splits the baby, as they say. And so these cards, I don't know, not a huge fan of that insert set. And again, these are they're pairing 2 rookies based on the round they were drafted in. Oftentimes they're on the same pro team. The reason they pair them, if they're in the same round or on the same college team or the same pro team, that's why they pair those players together. Then these are getting they're heating up a little bit. You've got the MVP card, MVP contenders cards. As I was opening these, I was kind of laughing at some of the players they put on here for potential MVP. Oh boy. Nope. So in all these guys, it's kind of a joke. But anyway, that's kind of an interesting set. These aren't going to be worth anything. Even if you pull them a Mahomes, it's not going to be worth more than a couple dollars. And then you start heating up a little bit more. I should put these in the wrong order. You've got the winning tickets. I think these are pretty cool. But again, I think it's a good looking card, but it's not going to have any value. Even the Mahomes, I think, is selling for, $1 to $5. So no value to those. And then if you look at these Rookie of the Year, these are kind of the quote unquote rookies for the set. It's just an insert. Importantly, there's no rookie card patch on these cards, so they're not going to carry any value. These are all these are going for $1 or less. So I'm not going to take the time to list a card on eBay and ship it for $1. So I'm just not, you're not going to really move these. At least I won't. So I'm not going to assign any value to these. You could, if you wanted, you could assign 50 cents or something to these, but it's just a rounding error in my view. And then if you move into the actual financial recap, I will show you, I looked up eBay values, and first I'll go with cards that I have already sold, and I have some of them here because I haven't actually shipped them off yet. A lot of them sold today. I try to list cards ASAP after I open a box because prices do drop precipitously as new sets come out and interest in the existing set declines. For example, I was selling, we were flipping Joe Burrows out of Mosaic on day 1 for over $100. I think maybe even $150 when the set released. And then now a Joe Burrow, obviously he's injured, but his cards have still held value quite well. Now a Joe Burrow base out of Mosaic is going for $20. And that's not because he's injured. That's because Prism came out. So I try to flip cards ASAP, and that has a big impact on my financials. And so that's why when people come into the comments and say, oh, that card's only worth $5, it's like, well, I filmed the video and sold the cards 2 weeks ago. So that trust me on these eBay values, I'm not lying. So now if we go to sold cards, we got funny enough, the most money that I've gotten so far for a sold card was John Wilford. I knew it was an interesting. I was excited when I pulled it because many of you probably haven't heard of him, but he's the de facto Rams starting quarterback, and he was in the playoffs until he got concussed. He was starting over Goff, although Goff had just come off of thumb surgery. But John Wilford, I think he definitely had an over 70 PFF score for the week that he played, and then kind of part of a game against the Seahawks at the end of the season. He showed, and I think he's a CFL. He did pretty well in the CFL or something, but he's a guy who, that's one of the nice things about this set. I'm going on a tangent, but that's one of the nice things about this set is that most of the sticker autos are terrible, but if you end up pulling like a late round QB, like a John Wilford, who he's not going to turn into a Tom Brady, but if he somehow, turns into that, you've got a huge optionality, and it's one of the only cards that he will have signed, especially in a pro jersey. So there is that upside, so anyways, I flipped that John Wilford for $91, and we'll never look back on that. And then I sold this. I got to ship this out. Josiah DeGuara to 49 championship ticket, a pretty nice hit. I sold this for $36. Obviously, that's not a ton, but that's because he's not a very high-profile player. So I was more than happy to flip this to a guy in Wisconsin. He's going to PC it. Good for him. I think this is a great-looking card. It's just not a good player. Not a top player, obviously, and probably never will be. And then I sold this Alexander Johnson auto somehow for $23. I found that there's more demand than I expected for some of these random players. I don't know if he's any good. He's a big, beefy linebacker. For defensive player, these aren't going to go for a lot, but I was happy to get $23 for this. Probably more than if you look at this card in when Optic comes out, this is probably going to be a $10 card. And then this was my hit in one of my boxes. Just depressing. One of the worst players I don't know if he's bad, but he's one of the least valuable players you can hit on the on-card autos. On-card autos look sick, but not who you're looking for. LaMichael Pirine. Flipped this for $21. Really upsetting when you're paying $700 for a box and this is your most valuable card that you pull out. Ugh, just brutal. And you'll see more LaMichael Pirine as we go through this, which is gives you a sense for how bad my boxes were. But that is the risk with these boxes. And then you move to, I'm going from most valuable to least, and then you're going to CJ Henderson. I sold this for $19. He's a first rounder. But again, he's a defensive player, so it doesn't really matter. And he had a pretty rough year. I think he had a PFF score under closer to 50. So he's got some stuff to figure out. But I was happy to flip this because if you look at, I went and looked at values of like Zaire Alexander, like one of the top 5 corners for in the league for the Packers, and his rookie ticket autos are going for 35. If that's the max upside, happy to flip this now for 19. There's just not a lot of upside on defensive players. And then you've got this Rashard Lawrence lineman auto. Linemen never sell for much. Doesn't matter how good you are. I don't know if this guy's any good. Sold it for $9 and will never look back. Happy to do so. And then I sold my other parallel. You got one parallel, one numbered card per box. I got a Darius Leonard to 99. Just brutal. Flipped that for $5. So these cards, John Wilford and the Darius Leonard that I've already shipped off, combined for $222. So that was so far what I've made off of the cards that are actually sold and ready to ship off or have already been shipped off. And then you go to cards that are listed. So these values will be more estimates, but being reasonable, I think. First, you can start with these 3. I expect to get $2 a piece for these. You've got this was one of my hits in my box, just brutal. 2 first rounders, which is cool, but it's 2 defensive players, Clavon Chazon and CJ Henderson to 149. I've got it up for $6, just no interest in it. So another thing about this set is the parallels are kind of weak in my opinion. Yeah, they added a little bit of holographic nature, a little hologram to it, but if you compare it to like a Prism parallel where you've got purple powers and all sorts of color variations, you can it's really hard to tell even that this is a parallel. So that's unfortunate. And then this one, who knows, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, that's a nice combo. I'd love to see autos on that, but $2, whatever. Rookie of the Year contender, Tua. So there's $6 on these. And then a little bit more, slightly more valuable cards going next. We've got just a Derek Brown rookie ticket auto. Got this, I expect to get maybe $10 for this, just a lineman. Then we've got a James Proche auto. He's a skill player, so, hopefully I can get 15 for this. Kavon Wallace, I think he's a linebacker. Think I might be able to get somewhere around 15 for this. Some of them are selling for 20. I think people just want these autos because there's less autos of these guys in pro jerseys, and Contenders are the number one auto, the most desired auto in the hobby. So you can actually flip some of these for. There is some value to these. I thought they were going to be closer to like $5, but I'll take 15 all day for something like that. Then here's my third numbered hit, which was to 49. Pretty good, actually. Rookie of the Year contender for Cam Akers. I actually like the card. Would really be cool to hit a Herbert on this or something. Think he's a solid player as well. But I had this listed for trying to get 45 for it and just zero interest. So I've been lowering the price. I think hopefully I can ultimately get something close to 30 for it, and that's what my estimate is. And then my second box, I ripped this bad boy, another LaMichael Pirine on card, and it was to 99 numbered. Cool looking card, just brutal on the player. Not at all what you're looking for, and it also came with a dinged corner just to add insult to injury. So I'm expecting, especially given the dinged corner, if I flip the non-numbered one in better condition for 20, I can probably get 30 for this. So, yuck. Funny enough, this sticker auto is going to go for more than the combined value of two of my hits from the boxes, potentially. So this is a Ben DiNucci. Cowboys always sell pretty well, and he's a QB. One of these sold for 50 a couple days ago, but I think I'm hoping I can get 40. I might even be less. Honestly, this guy had his shot this year, and he blew it. He looked terrible. I think he had a PFF score of like 25 on throwing when he played, and so I don't have really high hopes for this guy compared to John Wilford. So just happy to flip this, and hopefully I can get 40 for it. And then, so actually it wasn't it wasn't a complete dumpster fire. I did hit this. This is the best card I hit. It's a Deandre Swift rookie ticket with the throwback 2000 look to it. And it's a short print, 10 out of 20, so that all of these 2000 throwback rookie tickets, they're printed to 20 or less. There's a gold to 10, and there's a even shorter print, I think, to 5 or something. But this is a pretty cool card, unfortunately. It's not going to grade. Otherwise, I would probably just grade it and hang on to it because I think he's a pretty good player. He's undervalued right now just because he was kind of trying to get acclimated to the system, and they were overusing Adrian Peterson. But I don't think that'll be the case next year with new coach, etc. But I am going to flip it, and I think I'm putting a $200 value on it. That might be a little optimistic. I had an offer for $150 today. Probably not going to take it, but I think it $175 to $200 should be relatively reasonable for this card. There's kind of the old school back to it, but that's definitely the best card that I hit and Gibby hit. I opened 3, he opened 4, and he did worse than I did, I think, which is just really, really unfortunate. And then if you go to, I am keeping a few cards. One is, just a Justin Herbert Rookie of the Year Contenders. This is going for, I'm putting but if you add up the value of these listed cards, and that Deandre, that's a value of 346. So far we have a value of 222 for the cards I've already sold, and then a value of 346 if I am able to sell all of these at the values that I have provided to you. So these are what I'm selling, and then what I'm keeping is this. I've got 3 cards that I'm keeping. One is just this Justin Herbert Rookie of the Year Contenders. They're going for anywhere from $5 to $10. I put a $10 value on it. This one's in pretty good condition. I might actually grade it. It might be able to 9. I don't know if it's really worth it to do that, but I am just going to hang on to this. It's the only Herbert that we actually hit out of 7 boxes. The other card I'm keeping, I somehow hit 2 of these. I hit 2 Pirines and 2 John Wolfords. I think there's something going on with the collation. But I am going to keep one of these. I think that I could flip it for 90. That's a pretty good price for just a backup QB. But I think there is a small chance that he starts, and Goff is look pretty shaky. So this again has a $91 value on it, same as the one that I sold. But I'm going to hang on to it as a call option and just see if he can become the starter, and this thing could go up significantly in value if this guy is actually good. So I'm going to hang on to that. And then my best hit that I'm keeping is Mr. Chase Claypool. So this was my best rookie ticket other than Deandre. It's not a variation. I actually didn't hit any variations, which is very surprising. Gibby hit a couple. It is just a base rookie ticket on card RPS. It's a very solid card. Chase Claypool is a beast. I think he has all the tools. I don't know about route running, but if he can, he certainly has. He's great at jump balls, and he could be a good one for a long time to come. So I'm kind of excited for this card. I did redeem it, and hopefully when it comes back, I can get it graded and PC it or flip it. Not sure yet. He's not a Seahawk. He's not a quarterback, so we'll see what I end up doing with that. But so if you add up the value of the Claypool, that one's probably worth about $150, maybe closer to 100, but we'll call it 150. And so that's $250 if you combine the 90, the 150, and the 10 for the cards that I'm keeping. And so if you do the math, you've got a grand total of I've already made $222 on cards that I've sold or on eBay or that I'm ready to ship out. I've got $346 of cards listed, and I will be able to sell all these cards. Maybe not these three small ones, but these will sell. People are really into these autos, although they're not selling for massive amounts because they're not great players, not high profile players. And then if you add up the $250 for the cards that I'm keeping, you get to a grand total value pulled out of the box of $818 out of 3 boxes that I paid $21.45 for, and that is a ratio of 38%. So we made 38% of our money back, which is brutal. It is frankly better than I expected. I think that if I said I wasn't going to hit any QBs in my on-card autos, and that I would have said I'd probably make 10% of my money back, because you're not getting base rookies. You're only getting 1 parallel per box. But it turns out that I underestimated what people were willing to pay for defensive players, no-name guys on these sticker autos. I think part of it is because these are the number 1 auto in the hobby, and because a lot of these guys don't have pro jerseys this year, and so there's not many pro jersey autos available for these players. But I do think those prices will drop precipitously, over the next few months, especially when Optic comes out. So I'm trying to flip these ASAP. But so if you've got me here telling you 38% is good, that probably gives you a sense for my advice on repping this product, and I would just say don't do it. It's especially if you're paying the full $700 per box. It's a brutal proposition. Just go buy singles. I mean, that's generally the case with any product. You're better off buying singles, but that's not the fun of the hobby. But that's especially the case, I think, with these boxes, where you're just kind of largely looking to pull one play. At least what we're doing is you're largely looking to pull one card, and that's where all your value is. And if you're hitting frickin' Mr. LaMichael Pirine, no offense, where did he go? If you're hitting Mr. LaMichael Pirine on your on-card autos twice, that's just rough. So that's gonna do it for the financial recap. Don't buy Contenders. If you're into football, save your money for Optic. That's gonna be a really fun rip. I think it's more like a Prism type box where you're getting like 6 to 8 rated rookies per box. You're getting parallels, numbered parallels. You're getting an auto, and it's a set that holds long-term value. Not that Contenders doesn't, but it's just a different type of rip, and the type of rip that we prefer here on the channel. So that's going to do it for the financial recap. Hope that was useful to some of you. This is Curtis Miso signing off. Thanks a lot, guys. Also, like and subscribe. Hey, what's up, guys? So we are going to do the giveaway. It is past midnight on now it's the 30th. So we've locked in the comments and everyone who's eligible for the giveaway. And now I'm going to use this comment picker tool, which I've never used before, but I think it should. I tested it out and it should work. So I'm going to grab the comments from the video and let's see who won. So we got 56 comments. Thanks everyone for that. And now I will start the raffle. So we'll see who wins. We're going to go until we find a winner for each lot. I think there was less people who were interested in the baseball lot, so that might be harder to find a comment for, but here we go. So, DJ Explicit. Hey, I would like the NBA Hoops basketball lot, and I would like to see some more Hoops or Prism basketball. Very cool. So, DJ Explicit is the winner of the Ja Morant, the Giannis, and the KD first year, all out of Hoops Premium. Congratulations, DJ. Go ahead and shoot us a DM on our Instagram at Pack Addicts Northwest and at Pack Addicts NW, and send us your address and we'll send you those cards. So now we'll pick another winner. I think a lot of people wanted the Hoops, just because we've been getting a lot of people subscribing because of basketball. So sorry, Gunner, you wanted the basketball lot. You got a couple friends subscribed. Thanks so much for that. But we already had a basketball winner, so let's keep rolling. Okay. Oh, here we go. So Kev Cole, congrats on the subs, bro. Keep doing you, man. I like the football lot, and I would definitely like to see NFL Prism. Great job. So good news for you, Kev Cole. We ripped close to $10,000 of Prism on the channel. So look at our search through our old videos, and you can find us ripping a lot of that stuff. We pulled some gems, including this bad boy, a little 4-figure Justin Herbert purple Prism to 125. Pulled that out of a box my dad picked for me. But anyway, congratulations on the football lot. You got the Herbert, you got the Joe Burrow, and you got the Tua. So we will get that mailed out to you. Shoot us a DM on our Instagram. So now comes the hard part. We're gonna have to find a baseball winner, and I didn't see many people asking for that, just because we don't have a lot of people watching baseball on our channel just yet. We're trying to build that out. Mike on the mic is our baseball guy, and he's gonna start ripping more. So sorry guys, that's another guy who wanted the basketball lot. We're gonna keep going until we find a baseball. Oh no, basketball. Sorry. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Congrats. So that's really nice, Michael. Congrats on your milestone. You're going to be great. Really appreciate that. You didn't list a lot, so if you send us a DM, I can give you the baseball lot. It's not clear if you were interested or not, but shoot us a DM and I'll get you this Lizardo card. But because it wasn't clear if you wanted it, I'll give you first dibs if you do message us, but I need to keep going just in case you didn't. We need a backup plan here. Here we go. So Bretty Man 3 would love to see some Top Stadium Chrome opened. I think Mike on the mic is going to get on that. He's planning on ripping some of that. Blaster boxes are on fire. If I win, I would choose the baseball prize package. Congrats on the subs. So here you go, Lizardo, on card auto for you, Bretty Man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you commenting and subscribing. If I don't hear from the other individual, I already forgot the name that I saw, but if I don't hear from him within a couple days, shoot me your information anyway, and we'll see if I can get you this card, depending what I hear from the other subscriber. But again, thank you everyone for participating in the giveaway. We were celebrating 100 subscribers, really excited about it, and it's only been a week since we were celebrating 100, and now we're up close to 300. So, it's great to see some positive momentum on the channel. It's really exciting for us. We're excited to build the community here, and we will be looking to do another giveaway at either 400 or 500. Certainly by 500, we'll do something. So keep a lookout for that. And again, thanks very much from Pack Addicts. This has been a lot of fun. Bye.